Spicy Gray here. I have two beautiful guests that's assisting us today for this is the Mother's Day tribute.
Yay.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
Yes.
We have Miss
Lovely from J. Shanique's Poetry Corner.
and
Zetra from Street Legend.
y'all can follow their pages. They're very intelligent women. As y'all been seeing my posts, today's topic is a woman's inward insecurities. Before I get into that, I do want to say some things. We're going to do some of the advertisements, which we also would like to say we do have the Mother's Day gift giveaway, which is over here on my left-hand side. Probably y'all right, if y'all looking this way, right?
Yeah.
And then we have the gift basket raffle. So we will be doing that during the discussion hour and be calling up the lucky winner. So good luck to you women's/mothers. Also, we like to say, if you notice, I have an outfit on that I am representing by some mall, which is in North Star Mall. The number is 832-577-8877. He aims out to suit your every need. Also, to let you know that the gift giveaway gift is in sponsor of the K&L Boutique. They have everything to suit everything that you need for every occasion. Also, to let you know that we have coming up in August 21st, Michael Gray's The Cries of a Wounded Soul will be live play. Tickets should be available this month. I don't know what day. I'm pretty sure he'll inform me when we'll start doing that. So just be watching out. As I said, we're talking about a woman's inward insecurities. We often use the term insecure to negatively label a person who doubts themselves, but in truth, no one is free from feeling insecure. We feel fear, groundlessness, frustration, self-doubt, and anger that stems from a feeling of self-doubt. What do y'all feel, in your own definition or own opinion, when someone says, or you could say, you have low self-esteem?
For me, if someone says use low self-esteem, first of all, is this esteem of yourself. It's the way that you view yourself despite what anyone else can tell you. It's your own personal feeling of self-worth, and just describes, again, what you think of yourself, how you view yourself, how you feel about yourself inward.
Okay, good one. Yeah, and I actually agree with that. I'm like, okay, that kind of sums it up.
Summed it all up.
Yes.
She took the words right out of my mouth. Okay, I know during the week that I'm gonna say the past 2 or 3 days I've been watching. I don't know if y'all seen the same thing. Been watching some of posts and podcasts going on about women with weaves, fake nails, makeup, additions to their bodies. And I don't know, I'm not going to say that I felt some type of way, but I know me personally, one of the guys, they was trying to, well, actually two of them, was stating that they really know women. my perception, I don't know what y'all think, but to me, if you really don't have a close relationship with God or you don't know God, you really don't understand and know a woman.
Right.
That's true.
And that's number one. In my book, I know I have guys say, well, I know you. I know it. And I'm like, really? You don't know me for real.
You know what I allow you to know about me.
Exactly.
Or your perception of me.
Exactly. Because I don't know if y'all face that too, where even friends, only because you know me for 16, 20, 30 years, doesn't mean you know me, because I've changed over time. My, perception, even, I know y'all ain't there yet. But my mother used to tell me, when you turn 40, everything in your perspective and in tolerance changes. I didn't know what she meant by that, and it didn't hit me exactly at 40. It hit me at 42, and it was like, wow. So it was like a lot of things that I thought when it came down to myself on actions, thoughts, feelings, and responses, it actually did change.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like that same person. I felt like a new person.
Right.
So I don't know if y'all in your 40s yet, but we're not going to touch that subject, But I'm just saying, I'm 49, and I've been through that experience, and I'm gonna tell you, like, as I've gotten older, I've been able to learn how to love myself.
Right.
Yeah.
I learned not to so much, care about what people think of me, and more or less, instead of depending on the opinions of others, I depend on what my Father feels and what He expects of me.
Right.
And even on tolerance levels, it's like I don't take things like I used to. And it's weird because my daughter would even tell me, she's like, well, Mom, you really have changed.
Yeah.
She said, because I know back in the day, you would have kicked down his door. And it would have been over with. But like now, I look at you, or either I'll tell you, you know what, don't bring me out of character. You need to back off. So I thank God for the change, because a lot of things don't need reaction, and a lot of things don't need responses to.
And a lot of things don't deserve your reaction and
Exactly.
energy.
Exactly.
Yes. And
But I'm going to say this, no matter what they say, but I feel like these men deserve to hear what I got to say.
It's called glowing up.
And we're going to go
Yes,
there. So
that.
I'm going to say, I did text some people to let them know, apology in advance, but I'm going to let you know what's going to go up. This will be a total different show.
She like, I'm about to
So,
let it
and
out.
they didn't even know.
I know.
No,
I'm like surprised. Like,
that's what I was like.
So-
Okay, we're gonna see.
As you see, I didn't wear nothing but lipstick.
Oh God.
I don't
Take
even
off
have
my earrings. Or
I don't
what we-
have I have no wig. I'm telling you, my edges are growing back. Thank you very much. But I said, when I heard these men speak of them knowing women, making their own opinion, because to me, that's what it is. That's not your knowledge. That's not invalidation of you knowing a woman. You want to know why they do the things they do. We will get into leading into the with insecurities. But in my opinion, when I wear wigs, and I'm speaking for myself, I don't wear it every day. That's why when men hit me up in the inbox, I'm going to tell you something, bruh. What you see on Facebook is not what you get in person.
Right.
I do not wear those clothes every day.
Right.
I do not like makeup every day. I'm going to tell you, when I go to a motivational speaking or a press conference, as soon as I step off the stage, I snatch off the wig. I go home and I take the makeup off. To me, I call it a war paint, because to me, that's for me to go out to war in order to represent myself in stance.
Right.
I know they spoke about wearing your natural.
Which is now recently starting to be embraced.
The new trend and embrace.
And it's like some people are kind of treating it like a trend, not what it actually stands for. You see guys get behind it like, oh, she's beautiful, but you only see them say she's beautiful like if she has her natural hair and kind of half naked. They're like, oh, she's goddess, she's this. But regular just have an
like
afro.
Like if I just have on my sweatpants and think no, the
yeah.
afro, then you done kind of change it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's okay if you want to go natural. But, my thing is that if a woman feels comfortable in adding those accessories, that is her choice. That is her own mind. That's her emotions. I don't feel like a woman should do things totally to please a man.
Yeah, right. That's what I was about
because
to say.
what you're about to please within a man might not make you happy or comfortable. Because, maybe we don't have but 1/4 of an inch of hair. And we can't get that hair to grow back to the middle of our part of back. We want to enhance what we say is beauty.
And for me personally, I wear wigs too, and it's not because everybody automatically assume you don't have hair.
Exactly.
And it's like I have a lot of hair. It's just I like wigs because I like to change it up, and I don't want to manipulate my actual hair. So it's like, oh, I might want a bob, and then I might want a curls, and I just like doing it, and I love it. But yeah, you do get that kind of subtle back from people where it's like, oh.
You do.
And for me, it's like Zetra said, being a cosmetologist, like I love color, I love braids, and what people would call quote unquote ethnic hair. Yeah. But I'm also a teacher. So when I go to work, I can't wear colored hair. I can't do certain things. And also knowing that as a cosmetologist, if you put all those different chemicals in every week, my hair color is different, my hair will fall out. I do have hair, and like I said, I style it, but the same thing, like I tell my fiance, is that I put my braids in because I don't want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do my hair. Exactly. And so I know braids can last me for at least, if I make it to a month, because I like to change my hair a lot.
Yeah.
So it's about sometimes just not me having to get up that extra 40 minutes to try and do my flat iron my own hair or fluff it up enough or pick it out, make sure it's even. So it has nothing to do about anybody else's perception. Now, when my baby's at school, be like, "Ooh, Miss Russell, your hair cute," they automatically assume I'm going somewhere that day because normally it's a ponytail and no makeup, and I go there. So then sometimes I do be like, "Oh, how y'all think I look the rest of the week?"
And I know for me, I work in a corporate world, and I'm actually the only black person. I work at a national headquarters. I'm the only black person there. I'm the only black person in the whole building. Right. So for me, like now I have braids, and just the people's reactions is so different. Now let me wear a wig that's straight and bob. Oh my gosh, girl, your hair is so cute. But if I wear my natural hair, I wear braids, I wear twists, nothing. And it's so like it's that added pressure of, okay, should I wear a wig all the time when I come in here because to get their acceptance, or do I need to step out and be me and just deal with the looks and stares and people trying to act like they don't see what's going on? So.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, I agree with y'all, and at the same time, it's like I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, okay? And my thing is, it has nothing to do with being lazy. My thing is, as a woman, you know, we as women, we have children. We have a household to uphold. Yes. We have a job as well. We're not back in the 50s where we always at home, where we can have that luxury and putting our makeup on or just doing our hair. You know, yes, I brush my hair back in a ponytail. I'll put a cap on in a minute because I work in a dirty warehouse. Okay, I work for the post office. So I'm not going to go in there every day putting makeup or dressing myself up. I'm going to go comfortable according to my environment. Now, working in cosmetology, you got, you know, that's just like if you are a beautician. When I was in Germany, if you're a beautician and I'm looking for you to do my hair, I'm going to look at your hair. Right. I'm going to look how you keep yourself up. Now, if you have weaving it, okay, she know how to do braids. Okay, she know how to do
Then that's how you determine who you want for that hairstyle.
Right. Exactly.
I look for that when I go get a haircut all the time because if I ain't see you cut nobody hair, you always got weaving your hair. I'm wondering what your hair look like underneath. Right. So then like that's how I choose the person. Okay, so she might know how to do that swing bob because she got her hair cut like that. Okay, I'm going to take that person versus a person who does better with natural hair.
Right. Okay, we're going to give out some shout-outs. We have Fraser, Angela Fraser, thank you for tuning in. Deetra Russell. Okay, that was Fraser again. She says, they don't really know. No, they don't. And then we have Deborah Russell. She said yes. And Angela says it's true. Kenneth Griffin, hello. Thank you for tuning in.
That's Angie.
Also, Rosalie Davis. Thank you, baby girl, for tuning in. And she says, yes. Draco, he says, I think switching hair is nice, but makeup is too much. Whoa. Okay, when is too much? Because I'm going to tell you, you know, honestly, everybody don't have the same complexion. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like today, I didn't wear makeup. I didn't wear, you know, all I wore was lipstick. But everybody don't have that option to where they are embarrassed, where we will lead into insecurity because they got the blackheads or they got marks in their face. So they use that to cover up. But I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to go in this corner for a minute because sometimes there is too much.
Mm-hmm. There's a such thing as too much.
To where, you know, you don't look like your natural self. You don't look like you have makeup on. You actually look like you got war paint. So, you know, and you could take away from your beauty. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So, you know, also, you know, the comment was made about beauty shops. I don't knock beauty shops because I'm going to say this right now. After Lovely's show, I got some pretty nasty inboxes. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm going to say what I got to say. You like it, you don't delete me. But, I mean, and it was the men. You know, they was rebutting what I was saying on there and what we was discussing. And I'm like, okay, if you feel that way, if you're in denial, more power to you. Do you want to cook?
They'll be all right. Yeah. Don't watch next time.
You know, you don't have to watch because you can go watch the man show where they're going to talk about their level. We're going to do our level as females. You can agree or disagree. It doesn't matter.
And you're always welcome to call in and give your side and your opinion.
512-668 8318.
So when
2814. Hello.
when did guys get so comfortable coming for women though? Like
Exactly.
when did that start? Like that is crazy. You will see them going in on females more than they do guys.
But you know what? I noticed
if you
too,
hit a nerve, because that can go back to insecurity in itself
but
as well.
we do support what they do.
Exactly.
Now I'm not saying all the men, because we do know men that don't. They actually get behind the women and try to support it to uplift them as well. But you do have men that come on and they're quick to go at you.
Yeah.
Instead of actually seeing, because just like we say, the women need to learn how to listen to a man and not so
Yes.
quick to open the mouth and see what it comes. Well, men, you need to do the same, because there's times to where they actually don't listen. And that's not all men, because I do know men that do actually listen and end up compromising and understanding where you're coming from.
And it's not trying to bash anyone. A lot of times when we spoke, we said it can be vice versa. It can go for men or women in a lot of conversations. It's just all about a mindset.
Okay, Cedric says that don't mean come out wearing a leather wig with suede sideburns. I'm not going to play with you.
Cute. That's my style today.
And then Dre said, not coming at you, not going in at you, on you. No, Dre, we're not
we're
taking
not
it that
talking
way.
about it.
We're talking about other men, okay? You're good, dear. You're good. Then Cedric Bellamy says, men need to stop. What? Men need to stop wearing them airbrush waves. Okay, that's where I'm going to next. And why I
now
decided,
men are wearing hair pieces.
yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing these men talking about
And
the
makeup.
women. They need to go to the beauty shop. For one, everybody can't afford to go to the beauty shop. I'm not knocking down or trying to take away from the salons, but the salon prices
Or afford it, yeah.
they are high.
Yes.
If you can afford it, fine. If you don't want her to do it at home or you don't like the way she looks, pay for it.
Exactly.
And that's my thing. My thing is, if you want your woman to look a certain way and you know she does not have the money to do it, then treat her. Don't complain. Don't say, well, you need to do this, you need that. Offer her to, I'm going to pamper you for the day because I want you to look this way. And she would be more open to do it. I know I would. You going to treat me to get pampered for a day? Yeah, I would love that. But, my thing is that, we have these men that complain and coming out at women that's wearing the wigs, that's wearing the fake nails, they're wearing the eyelashes. Now, I'm going to say, yes, some of us need to back down on the sides on the eyelashes.
Oh, my gosh.
Because our eyelashes are not propellers for your eyelids. Sometimes y'all going too far and you're taking away from your features.
The rest of you, because that's all you see is lashes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Me personally, I don't like wearing them. My daughter tried to talk me into putting them on. I'm like, no, I'm not wearing that. Mascara, it extend. But, they come back and they talk about the things that we have. And you hear also, okay, fake breasts, fake behinds. I'm hearing all this, but my thing about it is that we're going to bring up on my show, since you want to talk about the fake stuff of women, let's talk about, we don't talk about the penis enhancer.
Oh.
My thing is, you want to talk about them enhancing their breast and their behind, but you got mans out here going to Megaplex, getting a little tool to pump up. That goes both ways. Some women don't like that. You wear the toupee. Sometimes she just wants you to keep that little hair on there and have that little eye up top.
They even get lace fronts now. It's not just toupees.
Yeah.
And like glue in tracks and everything else.
And
so you don't really know what you're getting either. So
yeah, because my thing is, you talk about the women, but there are men out here that's also enhancing themselves. But we're not out here complaining about it. When I married you, you didn't have muscles. You had a gut.
Yeah.
And me personally, I love a man with the meat.
Yes.
I want me some meat. Okay? But my thing is that all of a sudden now you want to start working out. That's not what I got with.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But, my thing is, you got to look at both sides. When women do certain things, that could be the same reason why men do the things that they do. That's not just one-sided. Don't just complain about the women wearing wigs, but also complain about the men getting their hair, what's that, sewed in,
lace
painted,
fronts,
spray
painted.
Glued up.
I've seen
hair,
people
but
do
the
them in the
beards.
Oh yeah. I've seen those.
And that's not natural.
No.
Especially some of y'all want to sit right here and fool us and have us thinking, oh, you got that good hair, knowing good well that you got those cornbread crumbs underneath there trying to put that process. So
they do texturizers and stuff too.
Yes.
So
yes.
like I don't get and understand that why they come for women, and then
that
the ones that be coming for women are not like super attractive.
The ones that you would talk to.
Yeah, so it's like, why are you? But the thing that gets me is they will like a female's picture or stuff that's
what
fake,
I was about to go
but
back.
they don't want it. So
that was
I'm
my
like,
next thing.
But be
kinda
like, I don't want
confusing.
it on you.
Mm.
I want you natural. I want you no make.
Yeah,
Why?
I
So
don't
nobody else won't
understand
look.
I
He's
don't
like,
understand that. No,
It's like,
because
oh, baby, I love the way you are, but you're liking pictures of girls with bigger breasts
With
or
that-
straight hair,
The
and
straight
my hair
hair,
is not. So then
lighter complexion.
that adds
like
to you feeling some kind of way about yourself because
Mm-hmm.
you're like, okay, you're telling me you love me, but you're liking these things.
exactly.
So
Yes.
it's kind of, I'm like, okay. And then they wonder why women want to
enhance themselves.
enhance
Enhance
itself.
Go
or
as
If
far
he
as-
looks at that, that's what he like. Maybe I need to change.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is that when men, you sit here and say, well, I want a woman that's all natural. And I had one of those men. He was fake. He said he wanted an all natural woman. But my thing is, I have nothing against Hispanics. But why you didn't get a Hispanic with nappy hair? They make those too.
Yeah.
But you want to sit up here and say you want somebody natural, but you have a problem with me being natural.
And
Yeah.
and that's what I don't get. It's like, I want all natural women. This is what I love. And then when you show them real natural,
Yeah.
they have an issue with it. So I'm like,
Exactly.
this is what real natural looks like. What you see on videos and
It's
movies
not.
and stuff, that's enhanced
Because
natural.
like you said, the natural hair and the makeup and the half clothes off,
Exactly.
that's not natural.
No.
Like natural is like the full package. You said no fake nails, no fake eyes, no makeup, no fake hair. And then like you said, then you'll turn around and be walking down the street and their head turning around somebody walking away with
Exactly.
everything fake.
Exactly. And that's what I don't understand. I mean, I've seen a lot of men doing this on Facebook. They're expressing it in the workplace, and my thing is, I don't have nothing. I mean, you more blessed than I am, but I have nothing but a speed bump. Both of these girls are more blessed than I am. I'm sitting up here, I got like a speed bump. But you know what? My thing about it is, I am happy with that. If you want somebody with a big butt, go get
Yes.
that. But if you say you love me, because
For who you are.
for who I am, that means my mind. It means my stand.
Everything that
it
comes
means
along
who I
with
am
you.
on the inside. It's not the outer appearance, because you want to complain about a woman's insecurities, but you are contributing to that.
Yeah.
Because you sit here and you say the type of ideal woman you want, and you're telling her, this is the way I want you. But then you open up a magazine or you on Facebook and you scroll up and you scroll back down, that makes her feel like you're not happy with her.
Exactly.
Because when a woman is in love with her man, she wants to do everything to be attracted, to keep him attracted to her. That's just like the bedroom. If I want to keep my man happy, I'm going to do what I got to do so that he won't go elsewhere. So if I see you looking at another woman and I see your eyes get from here to here,
Just dilate.
I'm going to be like, okay, so that's what he like. Let me go work out. Let me go get this surgery done. Let me go get my hair straightened. You're not making a situation better when you do that. When you sit up here and you say, well, I like chocolate women, but then you're flirting with a caramel skinned woman.
Oh my gosh, that gets
How you think that woman feel? You know what I'm saying? If
that
you,
gets me, because you see like certain women, okay, you're this complexion, but all the photos that you're sharing and liking is someone darker or someone lighter. So you can't tell me you love me as I am, but be like, oh, but this is attractive. This kind of woman is attractive. I'm like, well, I don't look like that. Like,
and then they say, well, babe, who am I with? Well,
Exactly.
Eyes, wait a minute, but your eyes is over there. Your body right here, but your eyes over there.
Your mind ain't with
Your
me
mind
right
ain't with me
now.
right now.
Right now,
You know?
you looking at that.
We're going to look at some of the
Exactly.
comments. Cedric, what's it?
oh, he's just acting.
I know.
Okay, he just wants to. Okay, we're gonna go see. Cedric said, "Rocking them chest perms, laugh out loud." Dre Coop says, "I like big
That's what I
butts,
was laughing at.
and I cannot lie." Jay, yeah, Dre, we do know that. Okay, and Dre then says, "But the most beautiful part of a woman is her spirit." Yolanda Yoli Johnson, hey, baby, that's my favorite cousin. Hi. She said, laugh out loud, true. Hello, Samal. You see me, I'm sporting the wear now. What's up? Samal said, inside is more important than outward. Should be afterwards.
I mean, and that sounds beautiful, but they don't act that way. So
True.
you can't say, "Oh, I love your spirit. Your spirit's beautiful," but again, your eyes is wandering. So,
And
so
also,
you
when
trying to say you attracted to her spirit? Like
when
you picking
you-
up something over there?
when you walk up to a person, you don't walk up to them and approach them because they had an awesome spirit.
Exactly.
You
Sierra
don't know.
says,
Yeah.
Sierra says, if he don't like you for you, kick him to the curb.
Yeah.
With or without the makeup, wigs, and everything.
Yeah, 'cause that's
It's
my
an
point.
enhancement.
If you
Makeup
don't like it, why
and
did you even
wigs
choose
is an
me? Why are you
enhancement.
even here?
Yeah.
Because my thing is, I mean, I love chocolate men. That's just my I love me some chocolate men. But, you know, when we talk about hair additions, if you look at it, you know, no offense, Cedric Bellamy, don't take this wrong because I love you, baby. But you weren't born with dreadlocks. So if you want to be all natural, he just showed me some love. But if you want to talk all natural, then use what you was given. But to me, you know, I love you now. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. I used to have a problem with dreadlocks. I did.
Me too.
But it was with the wrong men because I felt like they was not clean about it. But when I start seeing the right men and how they look, prime example, Cedric Bellamy, Ava the Star, it is very attractive. It's very sexy. But men that have dreads, the ones that I'm speaking of that made me at the beginning not like them, if you ain't going to keep those things clean, cut it off. That, you know, that's part of hygiene, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we're going to say, you know, when it comes down to a woman, if you want her to be a certain way, let her know, but make sure that's what you like and you're not giving her the feeling that it's something else on the side, because that does cause her to build insecurities.
Yeah, because you think he's trying to mold you into something else
That-
that
yeah.
he's
Or
really
he's not
attracted
happy.
to.
Not
Yeah.
happy with
Yeah.
how you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you want to wonder, well, you know, is that what you want to be with? You know, because you're not showing me that type of intention.
Right.
You know, especially if I show you a picture of me and, you know, from doing something and dressed up and you like, okay, that's nice. But then on the back stove, you looking at him and he just like, you know, that don't add up.
Right. It doesn't.
Yeah, so, you know, when you talk about insecurities, we're going to lead into the part. But before we go into that, we're going to do the gift basket raffle. We are going to save the gift giveaway for last because we actually have an additional surprise to it. Thanks to the sponsor of not just K and L Boutique, but also Street Legend. We thank God for both of them. They have truly blessed mothers, and we will, towards the end of the show, be doing the selection of that and making the phone calls to the women. So we're going to go ahead and shake it up. So I don't want nobody saying that I know and I'm not looking. I think this is so cute. Y'all,
I think that's cute too.
Girl, I'm about to put in my mouth. I fell in love with this. So we're gonna go. I'm not looking. I'm gonna grab the first one. Drum roll. Okay, the winner of the gift basket raffle is, oh my God, Zetra Malaka right here. Oh my God. Congratulations, Zetra. She is the winner of the Mother's Day gift basket raffle. Yay. Yay. Congratulations. So I ain't got to deliver to nobody.
I know.
Okay. Okay, so when we talk about insecurities, we got to talk about, you know, 'cause like the men's trying to say we insecure, or that's just your insecurity. But I know on different levels, you know, I do let it be known that I did have insecurities about myself. Because coming up, before you even say or accuse a woman, since you think you know women, of having insecurities, you got to be able to research. And a real man, you know, would research, that knows a woman would research and look within what caused her to be that way.
Yeah.
You know, me personally, you know, I'm not going to sit here and lie and be fake. You know, when it came down to me having insecurity, it's coming up. I was always told I was not the attractive one. I was always felt to be the ugly duckling. The other two siblings was up on a pedestal. You know, so, you know, my thing was, as I got older, you know, I remember my grandmother would say, your looks don't get you nowhere in life. So she would always tell me, it's your heart, your stand, and how you utilize your mind. That's what makes you attractive. You know, coming up, you got to look at what made this woman insecure. Even going into the level of domestic violence, when you are always being belittled, you call her out her name, you could call her ugly, you call her worthless, when you speak that into a woman that you chose, that really don't make you look good, because she's supposed to be the representation of you, because that's what you chose for you. But when you speak that into her, that builds insecurity of her. If you know that she already has insecurity, why would you do anything in actions or words to add to that insecurity, to tear her down even more? When it comes down to the woman that you choose in your life, that you say you love, that you say you in love with it, because there's a difference between I love you and I'm in love with you.
Right.
When you in love with a woman, you build her up. Yep. You say the right words of positivity. And I know there's some, because I've heard them say it. It's not my job to do that. Then okay, then it's not your job to be in my life either. So how about that? But my thing is, when it comes down to having somebody in your life, that goes for men and women. When it comes down to your man, you don't sit there and tear him down. You don't tear his ego down. You don't tear who he is down. You are supposed to support him, encourage him, say words of upliftment in order to build him up. But when you are sitting there and telling him that he's worthless, he's a bum, you ain't about nothing, I doing everything, you not making him look bad, not in my eyes. Because what I'm thinking, but you chose him.
Yep.
So that is a representation of you. So if he a bum, you a bum. If he's worthless, you're worthless. What do y'all think?
I agree with that. On both sides, you should always uplift the person that you are calling your partner, your king, or your queen. Mm-hmm. And that goes internally and physically. Mm-hmm. Back to what we were saying about like your eyes wandering and stuff. If that's your queen or your king, that's who you chose, and you should always let them know that that's why I'm here, because you are what I want and everything that I want and that I see that I need. And if and everybody has insecurities, but if you continuously pour in that self-esteem and help them, yes, it is about them being happy too, but if I'm with you, you're supposed to add to me. So you build them up even higher and keep them on the pedestal.
Yeah, I agree. I know for me, like Spicy, my insecurity started when I was younger. I had got really, really sick in the hospital on my deathbed, and I had lost all my hair because all the treatments and stuff. And it's hard, even being a little girl, to go out like that. And people know, okay, most little girls got hair, so you must be sick. And just going through that, so that was already built on me to feel like I don't measure up to other girls. And then I also had an ex where he would tell me that, oh, you're beautiful, you're this, but let someone else say that I was beautiful, he would get so mad, and I would be, quote unquote, punishment from that. So it's like I always had to kind of dress myself down, because I know if we're in public and even an older man say, oh, wow, your girl's beautiful, I'm going to hear it later, or I'm going to get it later. So I always had to change that. And it wasn't until probably maybe the last few years that I learned how to take a compliment to feel like secure. But then I also had a partner that was like, well, what you won't do, somebody else will. So that kind of stuck in me, and it made it hard for me to want to be me, because now I'm like, I got to be like hyped up because, oh, if I don't do this, he's going to find someone that's going to do it. Yeah. It's like, so I couldn't be myself because I'm stuck trying to be who you want me to be, so that way you could be happy. And I had to learn, okay, I need to be happy with me. I need to love me, and I got to let all of this other stuff go. And that's really hard to do in a society like this, because no matter what, you're not going to measure up to what people are looking
somebody
at.
else. Yeah.
Right.
So it's, that is
Cedric
hard.
says, what if you got catfish?
Oh, off of looks. Yeah.
After look.
You do get people.
That's a different thing. That's a different. If you get
That's
catfish.
a different topic.
Yes, that's a different topic. I think we'll leave that up to them. Because a lot of women do the catfishing.
Yeah.
More than the women do. I mean, more than the men
more
do.
than the men do.
Yes, the women do.
I mean,
do
because there's all kinds of apps.
But you got to look at, because they're not secure within themselves, that person will want to be with them because the way they see themselves.
Right.
So they feel like if they use a different identity, then okay, I could at least get his attention.
And maybe if he likes this personality that people keep spitting out, then you shouldn't
Judge
matter how they really look on outside.
Because we already
like that's what Zetra said. Yeah, that sounds good. But if they catfish you and you're in love with their spirit, when you see them, you're going to feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And Drake, love that.
Yeah, and Drake Coop says, sorry, I do walk up to a woman because she is beautiful in her spirit.
How?
Maybe because she's bouncy and smiling at the moment. I don't know.
Okay. I guess.
Okay, Yoli. She said, I miss my baby dreads. I never seen you with the dreads. Sierra says, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you, Sierra. Yolanda says, some men say they want a strong, independent woman. Then get one and don't act right. Then cheat on them with a woman who's beneath her, shaking my head, and mess her whole mind up.
Yeah, and
that happens.
And that's what I was saying. when you're trying to be strong and they're like, oh, someone else will do this or someone else will do that, that takes a woman that was once strong and weakens her. So, yeah, I can see that.
And that goes with the self-esteem thing, too, because if I think I'm fly and then I see you cheat with somebody that I'm like, they beneath me, that's going to hurt more than if you cheat with somebody. I'm going to reevaluate. Maybe I'm not as cute as I thought I was.
Or cheat with someone or some type of something that you said you weren't attracted to.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I don't like girl with short hair, but the woman you cheat with had short hair. So I don't.
Exactly. And Nessa Gray says, I am beautiful, just the way I am, disability and all. Yes, you are. Dre Coop said, from now on, I will quit catfishing. Really, Dre? Auntie Darlene, hi. How you doing? I was knocked out. Sorry, I'm here.
We appreciate you.
Thank you for tuning in. But, yeah, it's a lot behind being insecure. And, I mean, some people, it takes healing to get over those insecurities, and sometimes people do hide behind the makeup. They do hide behind the hair in order to hide who they really are. That was just like me coming up. People look at my book, I got that one hair go across there. I wore that hair and I wore it over my eye as a symbolism because that's how I used to go around from being beaten. And people don't understand that, so now that's the signature that I use to let you know I've been there. I understand.
Yeah.
And then on top of going through the abuse, you look at when somebody speaks into your life that you're no good, you're worthless. Now, when it comes from a family member, to where they tell you, okay, as a child, you're not going to amount up to anything. You're going to end up on welfare with a bunch of kids. Why would you speak that into your child's life?
Right.
You should be speaking nutritional words into your child's life to uplift them. But then when they get older, when they express how you scarred them in that manner, you want to say, get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that a lot to do with older generations. They don't realize how much their words hurt. And we accept that toxic behavior as that's okay.
Right.
Like I had my family members like, oh, you're just going to end up, my mother had me at 15. So it's like, oh, you're going to end up pregnant just like your mother. And you're going to be, and I was like, why would you say that on me? So already setting me up for that. And yeah, like Spicy said, mention it to them, and they're just like, okay, we'll get over it.
You know how long ago that was?
Obviously, you didn't end up like that. Look where you are now. I was like, no, it's not okay. But people think because of a status that a family member holds, if it's the grandmother, the great grandmother, you don't say anything to them. You don't tell them that what they're saying is wrong because of they're high above the family.
Right. Well, we got a comment from Mr. Sin City. Okay, I'm going to say it like he says it. Listen. He says, when we like y'all hair a certain way, y'all don't do it. You do what you want. Also, you give reasons why you don't want to do it. Because you don't want to curl it daily, etc. Also, y'all don't want certain types of attention, but do things that attract negative attention. You don't want and then get mad. They come that way. Men need to know what your insecurities are as well. If we don't know, we can't help or change. Y'all hide things too. Duh. I'm gonna let Lovely answer that.
So again, yes, we're not saying that. That's exactly what we're saying, that women have different insecurities from past relationships, generation to generation, words that have been spoken into them that has broken them from even childhood, that they have to come up later and deal with and understand that, you know, that's just how people were raised back then. They weren't taught. They didn't know that it was wrong. And since they're set in their ways, even when you speak on it, like Zetra said, they're like, okay, get over it. That was years ago. But yes, communication and letting someone know. If you communicate, like Spicy said in the beginning, if you know who you're with, you'll be aware of those insecurities because you've studied them. You figured out about them. And it's about being in love with the person enough to want to know them more, want to know what makes them happy, their insecurities, so that you can help uplift that part of them and reinsure them to glow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. And communication is a big thing, but there's some ends where even though you try to share that with them, some of them use it against you to throw up as a tool.
Yes.
That you have insecurities, as a way to mask that they're cheating. And, the thing about it is you cannot communicate with those type of men. But there are men to where women, you do need to open up and express what you like, what you don't like, what is bothering you, what is hurting you, or what is you are insecure about.
And it needs to be heard too, not just, it kind of blown over
Yeah.
it. Like
Right.
if I said I'm insecure about something and I'm coming to you and I'm being vulnerable and admit it, don't just be like, oh, that's no big deal. Why would you worry about that?
Exactly.
It's
Or
nothing.
I don't have a problem with that. Well, I understand you don't have a problem with it.
I do.
But if it's me who the insecurity comes from, it has nothing to do with you. And also to address the part that he said about attention, a lot of women don't do it for attention of men. They do it because that's how they want to look. They think they're looking good today. I don't necessarily want anybody's attention. This is what makes me feel good as a woman, me feel good as a person. And so that's what it's about, that self-esteem and self-love and self.
Exactly. We have Mr. Deej Crunk. He says, but strong, independent women must humble themselves, I hear that a lot, to allow a man to feel comfortable and open up his heart to her. Yes, a relationship should be a bonus because as a person, we should already be complete. But that bonus should feel like a bonus and not like trying to break through a concrete wall because she feels what? Honestly, she really don't need a man. You know what? On that last part, I really don't like women say that. That's my opinion. I appreciate your comment. But when it comes down to some of these women that say, I don't need a man, you cannot always say what you don't need.
Right.
Because we all need some type of companionship in our life. We all need, because women cannot do everything. And I mean, we could try to figure out, but when it comes down to a lot of things, especially making babies, we need a man. Because can't no other woman do that or a dildo. You need that man to help you, But I appreciate your comment. You have something to say
On that, yes, like I agree to. When you're talking about strong, independent women, at times we do, and I'm going to say we because I'm that way, need to be able to humble ourselves. And it takes time. If you're used to always having to be the man and the woman, that's where that stems from. So if you're showing me that you are a man that I do need, not a dead weight, then it's easier for her to start being more vulnerable. Like I said, it does take time. If you're used to paying all your own bills, doing everything for yourself, whether you're coming in as a single mother or just a woman, period, that has all her own stuff and her stuff together, you have to be able to change your mindset and let that man be a man.
Exactly. And that's one thing I say, it's not just with women, but men, communication is a big thing. Don't just assume that she's such a strong woman and independent to where she's not reachable.
Right.
To where you stop calling him or you just ignore her texts or calls. You know, be a man.
And it's a reason behind
and if something's
that.
bothering you, then you
It's
need to say something.
It's deeper than that sometimes. It may not even be that she really feels that way. It may just be a defense mechanism.
Exactly.
And, you know, sometimes we don't realize that because I have been a single mother for a long time. And I have got used to doing things on my own to where when I did get in a relationship, I had to say, okay, Spice, you're going to have to step back and allow him to be the man.
And that's me too. I'm like, no, I got it. I got my own money. I can do that. And it's not. And so then, like, you have to be like, oh, okay, he feeling some type of way because I'm taking that from him, trying to do what he feels he needs to do as a man, because it's just habit. And it's so used to doing things that way.
Okay.
You got a lot.
Okay, check. Mr. Sin City says, we like things with our ladies, and they do what they want anyway. If you're listening, there is nothing wrong with having a swing bob hairdo. Oh, goodness. Yeah, okay, I'm trying to keep up with these comments because the comments are moving really fast. Let's see. If that's what he likes on you, y'all are sometimes lazy and just do what's easier for you to deal with. Okay. Yolanda Yoli says, I'll let y'all talk about that at home. So what a man is privileged to cheat because she didn't open up.
Now, I've gotten that before where a guy was, well, I don't know what's going on with you, or you don't talk to me, or you don't do this, and she did. It's like, okay, but instead of coming to me, yeah, you might have come to me multiple times, but when you're not used to opening yourself up like that, it's not, well, since you did this, I'm going to go over here. Like, some do feel privileged to that, and they feel like they could use that as an excuse because you're not opening up, you're not doing this, it's so hard with you. You know, the best things is tough sometimes. Like,
exactly.
You have to, if you really want that, you have to work at that. You can't just want everything to come easy.
I see spicy face.
My lip is sweating. Okay, well, I'm going to come back to Mr. Sin City, but I got to jump back down to Deej Crump. Okay, he says sometimes men cheat because their woman is headstrong and independent, because the woman and the side still does her thing, but allows him to be the man and feel like alpha. Look, mister, I'm going to tell you something. There is no excuse to cheat on anyone that you're with. No. If you feel that way, then it's time to end the relationship and walk away and go be with that woman that you feel that fulfills your every need. There is no excuse to cheat at all.
Because why tear that woman's self-esteem down? Why take her down? If you don't want to be there and, okay, she's too headstrong, but this other woman is, go be with that other woman. Like that, that aggravates me.
Okay, I'm going to go back up to Sin City. But if the attention you get bothers your man and what you do that attracts negative attention, what then? You have to consider him as well. You're already beautiful. Aww. And see, come on, man. And we see it, so do other men. Okay, these comments. So are you blushing? I like the way he's working. I'm going to be honest. I like where he's coming from because a lot of people that, y'all might not know Mr. Sin City, but I got to know him over time, and I actually spoke on him. I don't know, maybe his ears was hurting last night or today or whatever. But I actually spoke on him because somebody brought up his name. And my thing is, when you really get to know him, you really get to sense the love he has for his woman. And it's something that is deep and it's sincere, and I respect that. And I know he's making his comments on here, but this man is really a good man. I mean, I'm not behind doors with y'all. I can't speak on that, but publicly, from what I've seen, that is a true gift. You know, he's being real about his. This is his.
But I think, like, the attention thing kind of goes both ways, though. So,
yeah.
Like, if she feels a certain way about it, you should also respect that as well. Yeah. Not, well, I'm going to continue to do this. Like, you got to be respectful on both ends.
Mm-hmm. Cedric Bellamy says, give people the number. Okay, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, if you want to call in, because some of y'all do have paragraphs, please call 512 668 2814. It's right there behind me.
I think that went up too, but
Okay, thank you. That makes it a lot easier. So call in with your comments and that everybody can hear where you're coming from because these comments are coming really fast. And okay, thank you, Mr. Sin City. He said it's not okay to cheat if they don't open up, but at the same time, you have to be willing to let him in. Amen. What if he trying, you don't open up, but you open up to another? You gave him no choices. I'm the matter in the matter to help with what you're insecure about.
on that.
I'm gonna let Zetra go into that.
It just, again, communication, and maybe she has been trying to tell you certain things and you just haven't been listening, or you didn't understand because in the manner of what she tried to tell you or speak to you on. So again, it's knowing the person you're with, but also them knowing the language that you understand.
Okay, Yoli, Deej, we're not going to have that on here. You don't know my cousin. But anyway, not joking. Yes, so what a man is privileged to cheat because she didn't open up? Explanation mark. DJ replied, no, not what I'm saying at all. Cheating is never okay. But if a man feels comfortable with you and feels that he can talk to you honestly, then the lines of communication would be there. So the cheating would never be present. Mr. Sin City says, but if the attention you get is that, all right. Okay, so how do you feel about, wait a minute, hold up. Yeah, I see. You really want to go there? Cedric Bellamy says, how do y'all all feel about submitting to your man? I will go first.
Spicy, I'm going to go first.
Because a lot of men get it misconstrued. And we had this on my show before.
Right.
When it states, women submit unto your men, a lot of men misconstrue that. And they actually don't read the entire thing. It states, submit unto your husband or your man as he submits unto God. If he submits unto God, then you are to submit unto him. If he does not submit unto God, you don't submit unto him. Because if he's doing the wrong thing and you submit unto him, consenting to that wrongdoing, then you're going to have to answer to God. Next.
So for me with submission, I don't have an issue with submitting to a man, but it has to be equal.
Yes.
Like, I have no problem following your lead, but you have to lead me. You have to communicate with me, not make decisions and not involve me. It's not, well, we doing this. Well, when did you come to me on that? Or when did you discuss something with me? Or you continue to do things that I don't like, but I have to be a certain way because you're the leader. Like, it has to be equal. If I'm submitting to you, you need to also to submit to me and understand there might be some things that I can do better than you. There might be some things that I'm more skilled at than you are. You know, just be like, you know what? You got this. You can handle this. I'm going to follow your lead on this. Like, just that equalness.
Okay, so I'm going to request of this one person, and I need for him to call in to give me his perception of it. He's asking a question. Cedric Bellamy, please call in 512-668-2814. We want to know your perspective on submitting. So while we're waiting on his call,
we'll wait for Legacy to call in.
We want him to call in to give his opinion.
Okay, well, you could speak. He said, what? No. But yeah, I agree with Zetra on that, and I think Bernita also touched on that. Like submission part comes, it's a little bit deeper than just the word in the definition. Okay, I think Lexi's calling in now.
The Unspoken Heart discussion hour. May I help you?
You know who this is. I'm answering the phone like that.
Look, I'm trying to show professionalism.
Well, the reason why I asked about submission, you know what I'm saying, since we got a panel full of women talking about it, because I feel like in the black culture, submission has a sour taste to it and not taught properly to couples. But mainly, just my opinion, mainly when it's presented to black women. But outside culture, when they talk about submission, they teach, submission means to be a helpmate, or means I trust you to lead, I trust you to provide, I trust you to confine into. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I was asking, like, your interpretation. I know what the scripture says. You did very well quoting it. I mean, you did very well quoting it. But however, you know what I'm saying? Do the scripture teach you how to get to that point as well in a relationship?
Exactly. And that's
you see what I'm saying?
That's true. You got to look at the whole picture. You can't just say, "Oh, submit," and that's it.
Exactly. Submit doesn't mean that the man is supposed to rule over the woman, and there's also roles that each person plays in that.
Right.
Yeah, and I get that. And since we're talking biblical, you know what I'm saying? When we're talking about submission and stuff of that nature, hypothetically, if something happened at a church or something of that nature, and you submitting or going by biblical rules, your husband like, hey, I think we should leave here and go here. Those the only time. Well, most of the time, black women be like, no, God ain't tell me either. But however, y'all read the basic instruction before leaving the earth, right?
Right.
So all I'm saying is, when we come with the word submission, the interpretation are being taught or embedded into our culture, men and women, it has a sour taste to it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of loopholes and underlying stuff under there where, like I said, other cultures are taught to trust. Submission is to trust, is to confine, and everything else they use big words with. But, that's what I was just wondering. I'm waiting to reply.
And I mean, personally, I know I agree. Ladies, you agree as well? What he said is very insightful. Yes. You do have to do your research before you throw that word out there. Make sure you know what are the steps to lead up to that before you actually use that word. Thank you for calling in. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Let's see. Mr. Sin City said, what you expect. Even fiancés need to know what's going. You have to talk to each other, not at each other. There is a difference. Not letting him dominate or submit to the protocols of a relationship for both of you. Communication is the key all the way. I mean, a lot of people say, yes, we need to communicate. But my thing is, some people really don't apply that key. Some people don't know what it is because they're quick to tell you, be quiet. No, I got a voice too. Why should I have to be quiet? I'm listening to you. Why can't you listen to me?
So you got to communicate and listen. It's a two-way thing. Communicate, not just one person speaking, the other one's supposed to submit.
And you should listen to understand, not listen to reply.
Yes.
Right. Not, I'm going to touch on that key.
Right. Michael
Because that's an argument.
Good answer said, the man also has to give a woman a reason to submit to him. Okay, Sin City comes back and says, that's not correct. Biblically, submitting to your husband or wife does not say give them a reason. Sierra. Sierra says, y'all dropping serious knowledge on me. I'm only 21. Taking all this in, I would definitely remember these discussions. Thank you. But, it's a lot. And, what Mr. Legacy says is actually true. Before you use that word, you need to know what the steps are to get there.
Yeah.
Right? If you haven't completed those steps, then you should not utilize that.
And how the other person that you're with is viewing their interpretation, because also, like Legacy said, the black culture takes it differently. But that, black and white people are mixing now and doing the swirl. So your submission and their submission may not be the same thing.
Exactly.
And so culturally, you need to understand your partner, again, back to what Spicy said, who you're with. You need to have these type of discussions before you get into a deep relationship. That way it already eliminates some of the drama or problems you may have later on.
Right.
And if you find that they have a problem with the word, not necessarily the acts, maybe not use the word. Like he said, some people have a problem with the word.
The word automatically puts them on defense.
But when you explain what submission is, like, oh, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. We can agree on that. So it's just the way that it's presented in our culture is to be negative, but when you go through the actual steps, it's not bad.
Exactly. And Barry Hub, oh, that's my cousin. I haven't heard from you in so long. Thank you for tuning in. But he says, helping my spouse deal with insecurity as well as dealing with my own, I'm sure, involves so much listening and patience that I often don't feel equipped to manage at times. What strategies do you recommend to prepare myself to not try to solve her lifelong battles, but to be a better listener?
I think the fact that he even admit, that he's not trying to solve them. Because when you're talking to someone and you know, telling them what you're insecure about or issues that you're having, you don't want them to come up with a solution. You just want them to hear you and have empathy towards you. And like, I understand, I haven't been in your situation. I haven't walked through it, but I can feel what you're feeling. Just to know that someone feels you on that level, that means a lot. Like, it might not seem like it's making a difference, but it does make a difference.
Yes, it does. It does.
And motivate them, reassure them when they are open with you about them. Encourage whatever they're trying to do and work on to fit it. Just speak life into them, uplift them. And the biggest thing that you said right there is the patience part. Yes. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience. And you're dealing with your own insecurities as well. So you teamwork. You got to do this together, know and make sure that she feels and knows I'm in this with you, baby. It's not just you by yourself anymore. That's what I'm here for.
Right. And I really appreciate you chiming in with that because from the man's perspective, because you don't find too many men, just like I was stating, I see some of the people online, they feel like it's not their job to fix their insecurities or to encourage their insecurities. But here you are, you got a man that's really in love with his woman that's willing to help her through this.
Right.
And I'm going to say...
Right.
To you.
We applaud you.
Yes.
We need more people like that.
Yes, we do.
Eat your chicken.
Absolutely.
But he said, by the way, first time listening, thanks, Quarantine 2020. Mr. Baker, he says, it says you should submit, both of you. You should communicate, but at the same time, follow the man of the house. Godly man. That's the key word, godly man. The husband is the head. Women
should be
biblically. Yeah, because right now we can't tell the head from the tail.
Should be.
But he says women are biblically said to be a helpmate for a man. Okay, I was itching there. In the marriage. I mean, helpmate. I need somebody to break that down. Because I feel some type of way about that. That helpmate.
And that's like the cultural thing. Exactly. That's how I feel.
I feel like a maid, or I'm looking at that movie called The Help. No.
But then somebody mentioned something about a helpmate and a help me was two different things. And I think it was Auntie Darling who spoke on that in one of the last shows we were. So, helpmate. Even though it sounds like that, and we automatically got like, what am I supposed to be? Hey, wash your clothes, wash your feet. No, it's somebody that's on the same playing field, somebody that is your mutual partner. Help me is someone who needs you, and they're pretty much dragging you down, like you say, that man of the household. But this man needs you to take care of him, to buy his stuff. You're working and cooking and cleaning, and that's the misconception now, because men will be like, oh, I'm the head of the household, and we're gonna do this biblically. However, your woman, if you want it biblically, should be at home cooking, being a mother, and not having to work. But yet you want her to be equal on paying things, equal on working, while you still want all the benefits biblically. So it's it's a two-way street.
And I think a lot in today's day and age, it's you got to kind of get away from the traditional roles in the Bible. Right. Like Lovely said, we're not living that way anymore. We're not at home just raising kids. We're working. We have careers too. We're contributing to the household. And you don't want to contribute to a household where you have no say. So if I'm your helpmate, that means we are respecting each other. We're on the same playing field. We come together. We make decisions together. Yes, you're the man. You might have final say, but you are taking in what I'm saying. You are taking in my opinion, my feelings before you make that decision rather than telling me.
And it's a consideration. It's like, again, it's teamwork.
Right.
Because if you're expecting me to go by the Bible, then we gonna both do it.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not fit to work. You need to be able to take care of me and provide for this whole family. As well as nowadays people got other kids and stuff you got to take care of too. So you should be able to take care of all of us without me if you expect me to be strictly biblical. Like Zetra said, that's the reality is that's not how most people are living right now. Both families can't afford for mom to stay home and not work. So if we can't afford that, then you can't expect me to only submit to you and do as you say because you're the head of the household and make the last call. Right. It just ain't fair.
Okay, we're going to take more comment before we go on to the giveaway. And Michael says, if you are not being the man that you are supposed to be, my friend, why would she want to submit to a person that is called a man by title only? Right. You have to be the man. So, yeah, I am right. Yeah. Anything I'm going to have to say, because I know a lot of people throw out that man word. Mm-hmm. There is a big difference between the male and the man.
Yeah. There is.
So you have to research that as well. Yes. Yeah, but now we're gonna go on to the the Mother's Day gift giveaway, and I do appreciate all y'all tuning in and your comments. Y'all made me feel so proud. Thank you, these beautiful ladies right here, made it even more exciting. And we're gonna be doing it again for Father's Day.
Probably before then too, but
yeah, we gotta do this
out.
Again. Yes. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the gift giveaway, and actually we're gonna do it like this. Yesterday, as I was going over your letters, it was actually 15 people that submitted 15 letters.
Wow, that is a lot.
Thank y'all for participating. Yes. And out of those 15, I got stuck at 3. So it was so hard, really hard. And I was actually a crybaby yesterday, for real. And I mean, I kept crying, and then after crying about that, then I called Mr. Legacy, and he made me cry again. And I'm sitting there because I have tissues beside my bed, so I'm sitting up like, okay. But, I really thank God for K&L Boutique answering a gift and for the special moment for Mother's Day week. But I also want to say, being that we had 3 people, we could not make a decision. So we decided to go ahead and give something to all 3.
That's awesome.
And that was with the idea of Mr. Legacy. We love you. We thank you so much. And on behalf of Legacy City, the other 2 gifts is going to be $50 cash app to you when we mention your name. So once we mention your name, once we call you. So be by your phone. I'm not going to say name. We're going to be calling you. And so be by your phones right now. So when that phone rings, pick it up. And before you hang up, please make sure you give the cash app to us so that he can send that over to you. And that cash app gift is per lady. So we thank God. So we're going to go to our first one now. Let's see here. Somebody.
Is it?
Okay. Okay, we're gonna read
after we do that. Okay. So be by your phones. We're gonna start making the phone calls. Oh, okay.
So be by your phones right now. Did I say something wrong? Oh, I understood something. Okay. I didn't make you choke, right?
I guess it's this one. I guess it's that one. I guess he's talking about that one.
Okay, after we finish with this here, we're gonna go ahead. Actually, the three ladies, I'm gonna be doing one, and then Zetra will do the other one, and Lovely will do the other one. So be by your phones as of right now. See, is this the one that's mine? Yes. Let's give her a call. This phone better act right. We're gonna call the lucky winner of the gift giveaway.
Hello?
Yes, may I speak to Miss Tiffany McCants?
Yes, who's calling?
This is Spicy Gray. I'm with the Spicy Gray, the Unspoken Heart discussion hour. And we had a gift giveaway today.
Uh-huh.
And what it would include is that somebody had to write something on somebody that impacts people's lives and they're deserving of gift for Mother's Day.
Okay.
And I would like to read this to you, what they wrote, and then who it's from.
Okay.
She says, "Hi, I saw your post about a mother who's deserving of a Mother's Day surprise. I definitely believe my mother, Tiffany McCants, is an amazing and thoughtful woman. And I'm not just saying that because she's my mother. She is a woman of God and has taught me and many other young women to be the same way. My mother has donated to countless organizations, fed the homeless downtown, even after being told to leave by police multiple times. She is a mentor in a group called God's Beautiful Girls, and she teaches young women, young girls, and young women how to chase after God's heart. She is a very active member in vouching for Eastside schools and getting a better education system going for children with special needs. With this pandemic going on, she has recently showed her amazing sewing and creative skills and made masks, some to donate and some to sell at more affordable prices. When I think of her, I instantly think woman of God, supermom, and superwoman, all in one. I love the fact that she had never been like my friends, being friends with their children, and instead disciplining me and letting me know right from wrong. She has always pushed me to be great and taught me to pursue anything I want to do and not to listen to anyone's voice but God when it comes to making decisions. She is such a caring and selfless person. She always makes sure everyone around her is good before even worrying about herself. I do believe my mother is very deserving of this gift just because she simply does for everybody that she never has time to receive gifts or take a moment to enjoy because she is so caught up in helping others. Sierra.
Thank
Oh,
you.
So you have a gift here. My name is Spicy Gray. I will be calling you after the show so that we can schedule a meet up.
Okay.
And I hope that Sierra could be there as well so we can give you your Mother's Day gift.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a blessed week.
Likewise.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Oh
Oh,
she was.
God.
I know. We got
I
to two
know.
more. Oh my gosh.
I
that
know.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Now you see why I was talking yesterday, right? I was
Yes.
that
I was
one,
like, that's like you want me to read
that
this?
one
Is that
touched me
okay?
first before I got the other. That one touched me
That's really awesome.
so
though.
much.
That's really awesome.
And to know that there's someone out there that is
Yes.
not selfish
Right.
and to reach out and without even thinking about themselves.
Yes.
And
was-
don't even
that was
care what the
beautiful.
police officer say.
Exactly. And
She's
they
a
can
strong,
continue to
bold
go
woman.
back. Right.
So now that's the giveaway. And the next second gift that we're going to give away is a $50 cash app to the next woman that has the gift. And yeah, you have to call her. Okay. Let me.
Please leave your message for
Okay.
So we'll try that call back after we do the next one.
Let me take Okay, we'll send the message that we need for her to answer. Let's see here. And we have the second winner. So I get back to the
It's
phone.
on this one.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. That's on that
Wrong
one.
phone.
It's okay.
Okay. I'm getting comfortable with the other phone. And this here. Let me dial the number. There you go.
Who's next?
Please leave your message for 2108.
Okay, well, we'll go to the comment and we'll try them back in a little bit. The comment.
From there.
Okay, the comment that we need to read the other part to. Where's that?
Sin City. That little part right there is what he wrote after it.
Oh, this one right here? Okay, Sin City said, I agree a little, Michael. You should know that before you say, I do. Laugh out loud. Once you say that God's laws follows. I thought we did too. Okay, wait a minute. I think it's the second part of here.
Oh, let's see more.
Where? I think this is the second part. Remember our biblical to say said to be a helpmate. Okay, he's also said what I was stating. That also means respect and inform her and communicate. Every topic you touch on has to have communication at the end of the day. Okay.
More comments or try to call back.
Okay, we're gonna give the other two women a few minutes. Y'all gotta excuse me, I'm up here. A few minutes before we might call them back. Hopefully they'll be able to answer because we know they are working women.
We can still read it.
Yeah, we can still read it and then
Just reach out to them later.
yeah. So let's see. Mr. Sin City says also that's the problem. People want to get away from the biblical part. It's true. Zaman says we should not forsake our responsibility unto God just because the counter partner forsakes it. That's true. Okay, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all try one more time to try to call these young ladies, and if they don't answer, we'll go ahead and just read the letters online now, and then I'll try to contact them after the show. So let's see who was who. Okay, we'll try her since the number's still there. Okay. Hopefully she answers this time.
Please leave your
Okay, she didn't answer, so we're gonna go ahead and let her read it, and then to mention her name at the end, so she know that she has the gift waiting for her.
Okay, so this person is a single mother of 3, 1 girl, 2 boys. This woman has a big heart. Sometimes her kindness has been taken for weakness at times. She's a strong woman who has overcome domestic violence and has been a positive role model for other women that's been through similar walks. She's very active in all her children's after-school activities, even providing for other children less fortunate, even when she does not have much. She is an amazing go-getter person. She'll find a way to master any obstacle in her way. I have watched over many years her do so much for others and never wanted anything in return. But this woman, I can say by far, is most deserving, humble woman that appreciates life. I feel she is the most deserving to be shown all her hard work does pay off for good people. And this is for Kanisha Marsh.
So we're going to say congratulations, Kanisha Marsh. The person that wrote that letter for her is Tamarie Cherie. She is a hair consultant at BNP Hair Beauty and Hair Supplies. So I will contact her after the show. She have won the $50 Mother's Day giveaway.
And happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Okay, we'll try the other one again. Okay, she's not available. So we're going to go ahead and read the letter and mention her name and contact her after the show.
So this letter is the hardest letter that I have ever written about anyone. Not because I have nothing to say about this superwoman. It's because I am overwhelmed with things to say about this phenomenal woman. I created her with a purpose, not to suck up the air and daydream about what life would be if I had made better decisions. This woman takes charge of the decisions that she has made. God must have created her to inspire. Everyone that meet her leave with their spirit feeling energetic. She is a leader among leaders. Ida mold men and women to be leaders. One of my favorite quotes that I love by Ida is, "Life is like a cheap brand coffee, but you sip on it like a cup of espresso." She is an excellent mother by every definition of the word. She is not just a mother to the children that she gave birth to, but to the children of the community. At one point on any given weekend, there would be up to 16 children living in her home. She would get up early in the morning and cook for every one of them. And on Sunday morning, she would bring them all to church. Often it would take 2 to 3 trips. She made sure they all knew who Jesus was or is. These children are grown now, and they will still call to thank her for being an impact in their lives, for not judging them, but treating them like their lives mattered, even when they did not believe that it mattered themselves. Proverbs 31:10-31 speaks of a good wife. It starts off by saying a good woman is hard to find and worth for more than diamonds. Her husband trusts her without reserve and never has a reason to regret it. Sometimes I forget her worth. I speak to her harshly, but she never forgets that I am her husband. The way she responds back to me reminds me that she is my queen and I am her king. After 28 years of being together, 13 years of being married with this woman, I still enjoy her company. I still enjoy looking at her. But more than that, I love how I look in her eyes.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That was so beautiful.
That gift, $50 gift card goes to Ida Gray, the wife of Mr. Michael Gray.
Oh wow.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, y'all. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you.
Thank you for
Yes,
having me.
yes. We've been with each
I
other
know.
all week.
Yes.
This has been exciting. I really love this one here. But congratulations to the winners. Also, y'all be safe out there. Have a happy Mother's Day. I think we got a call coming in.
We don't care about that. Look, we've been calling your phone to give you that gift card. You know, I spend it on studio. We don't care about her being at church.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on one second. Is that white piece over there? That white piece over there?
I don't see that. I know what you're talking about. I don't see
I know
it.
what you're talking about because I've seen it earlier.
Hey, call the show. So you can receive those
512.
512. You can tell you from Mississippi.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we waiting on you to call now. We're gonna hang up.
He can't call on you.
Okay, we're going to give him a moment before we end.
It's not a gift for him. We want his wife to call. No.
Right, that we wanted to give to her.
It's those stage producers where they always feel like they gotta jump in.
Be in the
So,
spotlight.
Yeah.
Be part of the show,
Yeah.
but don't want to come be on it.
Okay, come on.
The gift ain't for him.
I was on a banner.
2814. All of them was pointing at
He wants
Anytime
it.
y'all want to call in, I always had a banner right here so y'all can call. Well, we're going to bring one of the winners, the one that wrote a letter to his wife. That's the winner.
So
of
he
the
can
gift.
express the way he feels.
Yes,
Oh my God.
'cause I'm pretty sure he's shocked that she was chosen as well. Like I said, all three women, the inscription on them was very impactful to me.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure y'all felt the same way.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know, truly thank y'all for being a part of this here. It's been very, very long. Here we go. Here we go. We got a call coming in. Hello, Spicy Gray.
Hello, Spicy Gray. How you doing? This is your boy, Michael Gray. How's everything going at the show?
It's going great. It's going great. Well, as you seen, because we seen you on the line, we tried calling your wife to read your letter.
I know she at church right now.
Okay. Okay. I'm not the other one. I'm not gonna say no, so what. But she did win the $50 Cash App and sponsorship of Legacy City.
Wow, we deeply appreciate it. I wouldn't know when we wrote
No,
it.
we appreciate
really wasn't
you.
expecting that, but so like I said, shoot, I heard them other letters. I was like, "Ooh, man, I ain't got a chance."
Yeah, you did wonderful. I'm pretty sure that she would
And it
love
was
to
very
hear
heartfelt.
exactly what you said.
Yes.
You know, it was very beautifully put for a writer
Yes.
that took
Uh,
hours before midnight to submit it. So
Cause I'm on call right now. They kept calling me, you know, and stuff. So I'm trying to have it right, and they was calling me. I kept coming back and forth. That's why, you know. But you know, out of respect to you, you know, I try to make sure I got it in and did my part.
you got
And
it. man.
you ladies are doing a wonderful job at the
Thank
show. I
you.
enjoy listening to y'all.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Well, just let her know that was me calling.
And listen,
I
let
know.
her
I'ma
listen
let
to
her
the
know.
show later.
Yeah, she need to listen to the show later so she can hear it.
But
But
see, normally she would have been here because they, you know, they starting something new at the church. You know, they kind of open up and stuff. So they asked her if she could be there and help record and all that stuff.
Okay.
So she goes. So that's what she's doing right now.
well, you know, one of your members are here. You know, he's been at your church. I heard this statement. I did his church so much. I feel like I'm part of it. I need to join.
Right.
Well, good luck on your play. Would you like, while we got you online, would you like to tell us a little bit about it, where they can get the tickets and when they can start and when the play?
They can start getting the tickets right now at Ticketmasters.
Great.
$25 for a ticket called Cries of a Wounded Soul, and it's part of the trilogy that I've been writing Then we did Living Waters. Then we did Shout at the Altar, which your boy Said was in. Did a great job, by the way, Said. I know you like telling about how you jumped up and kicked me in the chair, but let everybody know I showed you how to do that move, how to do that without killing me. You know what I'm saying? It was so this is a continuation of that. We did it based off the story of Job, the second one, and this is like part of the what happened with that, what's going on now, what the devil is up to now, his new tricks that he's trying to fool God about. But like we all say, God said one thing, I'm all knowing. So despite what you think you're doing, what trickery you're doing, he already knows it ahead of time. So come get your ticket. Soon as the Carver Community Center open up, you can also get your ticket there, which it'll still be $25, but they only charge $1 the service charge.
Okay.
So
where will this play be at?
This play will be at the Little Carver Community Center at 226 North Hackberry Street.
Okay, y'all heard it right here from
Michael
Michael
Gray. Part of the East Side, and we try to do things, give back to our East Side people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I would like
That's
to
one
say,
thing we try to do.
I actually seen the first part, and that was amazing. That play was so amazing. Like, to be able to take a story and put it out like that, like to see the real characters can kind of help you better identify with the story. So you did really well on that. I was excited.
Oh, I like that. Who's that speaking?
Zetra.
This is Zetra.
Who's that?
Zetra.
Zetra. Oh, that's right. She was there. Yeah, I remember you. I remember. How you doing, girl? Yeah. And you thought that was something. Wait till you see how this one here unfolds. We don't do a lot of fighting in this one, but my mind is working. You're gonna love how we did with. We went over the rehearsal. The first 17 minutes was fire.
Oh. As soon as the box office
first 17 minutes.
As soon as the box office open, I am there getting my tickets. So
I can barely hear what she say.
As soon as it opens, the box office, I will be there getting my tickets.
Thank you. We'll put you in the front row. You let me know you're coming.
Okay.
Legacy City always get front row to everything. So, just let me know you're going to be there, and we'll reserve a spot for Legacy City. How about that?
Okay, Michael Gray, thank you for calling in. You can call my number when we end the show. We can talk
All
more.
right. Again, thank y'all for the opportunity to be on your show. Next time y'all got to invite me. I promise I will come on there. So tell them I'm a man of my word, so just let me know and I'll be there.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was Michael Gray. He's the husband of Ida Gray, the winner of the $50 giveaway. Also, to let you know, this is not going to end here because we also gathering together the gift basket for Father's Day. Mm-hmm. The gift basket raffle is going to be a little bit more because it's a lot more. I'm putting some money into this. So already had one person buy a ticket, but the gift basket for Father's Day is going to be $40. That's $40 for the gift baskets for Father's Day. You can Cash App $, the Unspoken Heart to participate. Once you get a heart back, you're in. So we'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. And this has been Spicy Gray,
Lovely,
and Zetra.
Have a happy Mother's Day.